Hello, today I will show how to solder the LED tape, which is programmable. The programmable LED tape looks like this. It has a power supply plus 5 volts and an input signal on the ground. How to solder it? The signal cable is going to the tape. The signal wire is always the shielded one per cable, 26 AWG. For everything to be fine, we protect it and we solder the ground wire together with the braid. Green ground. The second part of the wire is white. This will be our signal wire. We'll also clean it. Take the plus and tin the ends of the wire. We can cut off the excess. Then you can take a heat shrinkage and gently heat shrink ground and shield. So, in order to power the tape, you have to feed it 5 volts. If the piece of tape is not very long, then you can use a triple cable to feed one of the wires. Power ground to the ground, and through a transformer of 12 volts to 5, it can be connected using a single cable. If the diode tape is large, more than a meter, then it is necessary to connect it to a separate power supply, 5 volts. The number of amps in the power supply unit is characterized by the length of the tape. For instance, for a 4-meter tape, you need a power supply of 5 volts, 10 amps. For an 8-meter LED tape, you need 20 amps, and so on. Therefore, if we connect the tape more than a meter, we need a power supply. How to connect the tape to both the signal cable and the power supply? It is necessary to bring a cable with a characteristic thickness of about 0.75 square millimeter to the tape. To bear its wires, and it is necessary to connect the signal cable to the ground minus, so that the ground of the power supply and the ground on the controller was of the same type. To do this, you must tin it. Here, we received 3 cables. One is the ground, one is plus 5 volt power, which comes in the power supply, and the white cable is signal. What do we have to do? We also have 3 contacts here. It is necessary to connect ground to the ground, 5 volt power to 5 volt power, and the signal cable will come to the controller. You have to tin it all, cut off the excess. Be sure to do everything neatly with heat shrinkage. Here, too. Tin these dimensional areas. Next, 5 volt red wire soldered to 5 volts. The ground is soldered to the ground. And the signal wire is soldered to the central terminal. It is necessary that in this place there is no crossing of the wires. This cable is connected to the power supply 5 volts. The number of amps depends on the length of the tape, and at this cable it is necessary to clean the end of the wire. Take the braiding, cut it off, clean both ends, take the casings, crimp both ends, and connect the cable to the controller as follows. Green is the ground, white is the signal. In this case, it is impossible to connect in another way. The polarity of the connection is strictly important here. The remaining 2 cables are connected to the 5 volt power supply. Thanks for attention.